Alright, there we go. Hello, this is CB768, and we are back with Phoenix Wright Justice for All. And last time, we finished our first part of our last investigation, and we found out some information. Let's see, we talked to, Miss Oldbag, we talked to Lotta. They weren't really important, but the main important thing was we got a call from the killer, but as we were calling him, our connection was lost, and Phoenix was like, we gotta find somebody that knows about electronics. So he went to Gumshoe, and he's like, oh, it must have been an electromagnetic interruption, pal. Where did this happen? The interference. And we were like, oh, it's at the crime scene. And so he gave us, a bug sweeper, and he's like, here, scan the room and, find what you can. And it took me a bit, but the stuffed bear back there turned out to have a mini camera that will record at 8 p.m. every night. And the footage was, sent to, a source other from here. So Gumshoe is going around shop to shop to try to find out where the camera was. But Edgeworth came in and was like, huh, that's useless. Because, all the cameras could be bought from a certain store. But he says the stuffed bear he's going to look into because there's only been a few of those made, so hopefully he'll find info on that, because he's already assembled a search party for Maya, because he's finally looked at that card, and we finally found out that the card, as I was thinking, is a calling card for an assassin, which his name is Shelly the Killer, and he's part of a The Killer organization. And we've actually met him face to face, but he called himself John Doe. But Phoenix is a freaking idiot, and he can't figure it out. And yeah, I think that's pretty much where we are. Sorry for wasting time, but anyway, let's get going. So yeah, pretty much that's where we're at right now. So it's turning out that Matt Ungard is actually guilty. We still need to get a not guilty verdict to save Maya, but he's obviously guilty because it seems like he hired Shelly the Killer to kill Cordia, but we still don't know the reason why, because again, Cordia was gonna reveal some secret, and I have a feeling it has to do with Miss Inpax. Because again, oh yeah, as Maya, we investigated the killer's room and saw a picture of her. Alright, sorry, enough time. I'll go. So, the real person who killed Mr. Cordia was
that assassin, Mr. Shelly the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. You know, I gotta just start talking, because yeah, they kind of recap it a bit. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? Again, obviously, it was not her. It's obviously Engard. But again, Phoenix won't accept that, because he's like, I have to get a not guilty verdict to save Maya.
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then, no, it can't be.
Matt Engard himself?
If Mr. Engard really did hire the assassin,
then he is not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Engard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him...
Mr. Engard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. John Cordia? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone. And that includes John Cordia. Okay, again, of course the tomahawk didn't react, because he didn't kill him. That's why he hired the guy. So again, like you guys said earlier, blood wouldn't be on his hands. Come on, guys, it's obvious. I didn't see any Cycloxes at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearl? John had yet everything on the jamming ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. Because yeah, he was going to expose him for whatever he did. It looked like somehow John had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Yep.
Mr. Ungard's secret? What is this secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Cordia was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Ungard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Cordia silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ungard. There's no way around it now. Okay?
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. And our last trial, too. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Cordia held about Mr. Ungard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Okay? Let's move. Oh, great. Hello. Oh, goodbye.
Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever done. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole old town.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one gun shooting.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so...
Edward.
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsympathetic lawyer.
So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Jeez. Thanks a bunch, Edward. What a pal you are. Okay.
This is obviously top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard that they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Huh. Very interesting.
I'm sure it was. You know, it was to catch poor John in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear John.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Cordia.
I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow. The alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything. Okay.
So you want to know about John and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh.
I tell you, John really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman John had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Solis Inpax. Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That's Solis' girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
But married? You mean to Mr. Cordia?
Really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you?
Does she want to get married to Ungard?
That girl Solis killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
Oh, no, okay, it was Cordia. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What now?
Why would Miss Inpax want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by John.
What?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, John suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazine.
But
why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after John called off the wedding, that manager, Solis, killed herself.
How terrible. Sorry, I almost had your voice there.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Huh. Okay. Let's see, we can't... I guess we can go here now. I think we're done with her. We got enough info. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. Huh. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Okay. Let's see. Is this where we're going? I'll select move while I do this. Okay, yeah. Move to the crime scene thing. Okay.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened.
You're Mr. Engard's lawyer, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness.
A decisive witness? You mean for the Engard case?
We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth.
What's Edward up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something.
He did?
Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission. So, there you go.
What?
I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content.
Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content. It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Alright, let's go talk to them. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? I don't know. I'd say probably Matt's first. Yeah, I'd say Matt's more important. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edward just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that John Cordia was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Engard. What's wrong? Mr. Engar, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. Huh? You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Okay, stop. About the press conference. You mean the one where John was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow John had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Oh no! Sakala! Goddamn, 5. I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Cordia and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tablets, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what John did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Cordia. Her mentor was Mr. Cordia's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Leaf's Inpax suicide note from her. I know I'm not saying this name right. I'm gonna keep saying what I'm saying. Celise! Does that jog any memory? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea like green peas?
Let's eat one later, okay? Ugh, I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off of this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. Engar, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Okay. So, okay, now we need to move back and talk to Miss Andrews. But it says we can talk to Will Powers here?
Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me.
Uh-oh. Mr. Powers!
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial.
So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers?
I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here.
Oh.
They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
I don't see what's so suspicious about you, Mr. Powers. People are just assholes in this world. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I still don't see it, Phoenix. He just looks like a big guy. Heck, he looks like the Cowardly Lion. He looks like such a softie.
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
No. It's not a crime, dude. It's just the police are jerks. Alright, let's talk. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick? Mr. Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I?
This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable.
Ow, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him.
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image. But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Inpax?
We heard something about how her wedding was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, I thought about it a little the other day, about the mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Alright.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that John went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for John, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Cordia?
Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man.
A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Cordia by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Guard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Okay, back to the detention center, and we'll talk with Miss Andrews now. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Miss Andrews. Because, yeah, I want to talk to both of them.
Oh, it's you.
I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Max.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Cordia had on Mr. Ungard. Talk! I'd like to ask you about Matt Ungard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
Huh? You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ungard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
Okay, how about her? About Miss Celeste Inpax.
I have finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that John was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards John. I would never do something so stupid. A suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. Ungard? That's simple. Because he's the killer. That's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there has to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they figure it out, right? Yes, they're good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews.
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me, why did you do it? Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
Revenge! No! One. A Cyclock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. Okay, let's see, what are we doing now? Did I accidentally hit something wrong? Thank you for telling me my Wi-Fi is wrong. Thank you. I've already done that. Okay, it's saying we have to go back to the police department. Yep, it says we get a phone call.
ah! Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Hello?
We're in trouble now, pal! I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgewood, Edgewood. Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. The end,
Hello? You got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Gansu said we need to go back to the office right away.
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news.
Somehow, I doubt that. Alright, let's go!
Edward!
I'm coming. I love you. What?
What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edward couldn't stick around forever and had to go.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
This quickly. This quickly? Sorry, I said that wrong.
And this bear's what gave them away, pal.
The bear?
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
Yeah, Edward said that earlier.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgewood that figured?
Shh, Pearls! And, go on.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Matt Ungard.
Huh?
Matt Ungard, your client, that's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Okay, let's talk. Stuff bear. Are you sure you heard that right? That the person who bought this bear was...
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's the exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
A receipt. That's all you have.
Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Engard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought that stuffed bear was Mr. Engard himself.
My sight is fading me. This can't be. Alright, cool. Alright, I gotta let the SD card cool down. Be right back. Alright, here we go. So, what about the spy camera we found? Ah, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anyone. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. Oh, thank you. Well, I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in John Cordia's room was Matt Engard. Of course it was, you idiot. I even figured that out.
Why? Why would Mr. Engard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Cordia in one of their rendezvous. I bet it is not good enough for me. I have to know this absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. Engard, I mean. Yes.
I am scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we will find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for pearls. Matt Engard, what in the world have you done? You son of a bitch. Alright, let's go! Get him! You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax, don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. How about you talk to this, you son of a bitch? So the newest thing we got, the camera and the receipt, which we'll probably have to use. Okay, again, I have the guide ready just in case if I need it. Matt, secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Cordia had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about John, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I could keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay John any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you pay close attention to Mr. Cordia, especially on that night. Because of the camera. Yep. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Cordia's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the image the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? See that, bitch? Right there. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. Ugh, shit, he broke my lock, dude. Huh. I guess John had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. Huh. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Cordia was... It's either him or just Matt himself. Well, he's the one that bought the camera, so... Yeah, it had to be you. You had to have given it to him. Mr. Engard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? Oh, yeah, because we got the receipt. Because the store owner said, oh, yeah, he bought that bear. I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Ah, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Engard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof? You want to show me first? Here's proof that it was you who put the camera inside of the bear. And that's this, the receipt. Yep. Man, I'm so proud I'm not even using the guide yet. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Engard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800,
This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew. Elephant hairs? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Like, goddamn. So I can ask you one thing. Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into this, like, stuff? Stuff like that. Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is, of course. It would be strictly confidential. So, what are you going to do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Miss Cordio's room to film in secret was... could it be one of the profiles? Like, what we know... Let's see.
Wait, no! No, shit! I didn't mean that!
So... Question is... So don't exit. I won't exit. Stay away from the circle button. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Cordio's room and filmed it in secret... Say it's something about this. Maybe? Yep, I was going to say it had to be because you wanted to... Adrian Andrews? Again, sorry about that, I didn't mean to exit. There's a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Cordio were having secret meetings. Yep, I was going to say, I needed to find evidence that shows they were meeting. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Cordio, you were going to reveal this as fact and turn it into a scandal. Isn't that right? Dude, you'd be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, you're a lawyer, dude. That kind of scandal? That's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish the reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Cordia because of Miss Andrews. Then there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. Huh? The real reason you set up that camera in Miss Cordia's room was... I'll say, is it the ticket? Okay, let's see. Oh, no. Set up the camera. Okay, no. Alright. So close. Okay, hang on. So the real reason you wanted to set that camera in the room. I wonder what the reason is. Change first taken. Let's see, where's this thing? I'm gonna look it up. Oh, the picture card. Okay. Well, what is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. Now I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly? The Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt Engard, I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because you're the hero of justice, you're his client. I want to say you're a star. Yeah, obviously it's that one. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelley the Killer to assassinate Mr. John Cordia. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Engard! You're such an asshole, right? And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. Huh? I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought, anyway. Mr. Engard, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Does he have a split personality? What the hell? Oh, shit! How do you know, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Engard. What the fuck? Oh, shit. What the? Give him a little wine glass. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you really are Shelley the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that John is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
You're lying. What a terrible...
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on, and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
What an asshole!
But why? Why did you hide the video camera and...
A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't need anymore. Least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deeds over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why...
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Oh, so it wasn't the assassin. So yeah, he set up the video camera just to blackmail the assassin. Wow, what a dickhead.
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl. Motive for murder.
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Cordia?
Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Cordia had been able to give it, then Mr. Engard's secret would have...
Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really. But bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Cordia ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, how I can forget. Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone all working their butts off for me, Matt Engard. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you this whole time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed John Cordia. You answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Cordia! I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? Damn, I really like this voice I'm getting him. Because it matches his face. He's just pure evil now. You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? I'm amazed the guard isn't like, hey, I'm gonna testify against you. You clearly just went from good to evil. Like the guard's listening to all this. But he's probably sleeping with his eyes open. Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya!
You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word. Or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel! So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this! That's such a cliche phrase. John said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. You son of a bitch. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. Oh wait, and now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edward, I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Okay. Well, Wright, what are you going to do if you plan on changing your strategy?
No! We can't do that!
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Matt Engard. That man's really... It doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our just judo system? I can't say that properly, sorry. Proper defense. What exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now?
Well, that may be true, but
that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get Engard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right, would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only humans, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say?
That's...
You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. People like you and Francesca von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francesca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all.
And isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty!
Come on, dude. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken.
What do you...
Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways.
Yeah, exactly, idiot. That's why he left. He left to become a better man, Phoenix. Gee.
I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now?
The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. My God. Oh.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver!
Uh-oh. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now, Mr. Attorney, you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow. My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please.
Why are you holding my hostage for Mr. Engard's sake? Why are you doing this for a cold-blooded killer?
Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client.
Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself.
I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am.
Yeah?
This is what I like to call my aftercare.
What the heck is aftercare?
My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty.
An assassin's duty?
We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to enlist your expertise to help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end.
What is your name?
I believe I told you once before. However,
You did, but...
My name is the Killer. Shelly, the Killer.
You're Shelly the Killer?
Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain,
Maya!
it would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap.
No!
Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
I don't know what to say.
Edgeworth,
Huh?
did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. Yep.
Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat.
A cat?
It can't be that cat. Can it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for Engard Mansion immediately.
All right, you hurry over as well then.
Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah!
Let's go. How do I get there? Shit, how do I get there? There. We're here. Hurry, Maya! Maya!
Please answer us! Mystic Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area.
I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer.
He and Engard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time.
Shit, no, not that.
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
Figurine of a bear. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Cordia? Why would something like this be here?
Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here.
I'm sure that's for Stu.
Do you think that this came through that little door?
Huh, this door, it's locked.
Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Ah! There's no one here.
From the looks of this room, I would say this is Engard's private lounge. Look at this, right?
An antenna for sending and receiving radio signal and a VCR. Check inside the desk. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment of the crime was committed recorded on it.
I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No.
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something.
We'll find out more in a second. Be right back. Gotta let it cool down. Alright, here we go. Man, this is pretty fun. Like busting down the door and like the twist that it turns out our client's evil. Even though I already knew, but Phoenix was too slow to catch up.
It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it.
Huh. Yeah, let's say the picture ain't there. Let's move to the wine cellar. Picture. You search all over, but looks like he got away.
I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time.
And now, we've lost our only lead.
Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar.
Yeah, you're right.
We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints all along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us.
Goodbye, Edward.
Maya,
picture. This looks like a picture of Miss Inpax. With love, Celise.
Miss Inpax? You mean...
Yes, Miss Cordia's former mentor.
Why would a picture of Miss Inpax be here in Mr. Engard's mansion?
And why does it say, with love? Huh, this might be a clue. Okay.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame.
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message.
What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get Ingard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime ball of not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine. So you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Penny, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later.
I love how she put in there.
That's... No! Mystic Maya!
Right! What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short on one last thing. And what is that? Yep. We gotta break that lock! It's Andrew's Cyclops. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. Blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open up that last lock. Go, bitch. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psych lock. Psych lock? I want to know, and you will tell me. Your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. I will! He passes out before he can. I'm so tired. Damn it! Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Ungard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, it's not. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Ungard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying that I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why... Well, what an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on others. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. What? Do we have to present the profile? What the fuck? I screwed up. Oh no. If this doesn't work, the profile doesn't work, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, fuck you. Come on! The picture would have did the same thing. The picture's a profile. Whatever. Celise. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that is Miss Inpax's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celise was John's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also John. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. Engard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Inpax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relevance between Celise and Matt?
No, I did it again!
There we go. This is a photo of Miss Inpax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. What? With love, Celise. This is Miss Inpax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Engard's mansion. I love how she said that's a rhetorical question, but he still told her where he found it. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Okay, I got them mixed up, so you had to show her. No, the picture would have did the same thing. Like, it's something about Celeste. And, also, we found this in his house. Whatever. Celeste, she was supposed to get married to John. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Cordia didn't want to get married to her anymore, right?
Yes, because of Matt.
Because of Mr. Engard? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going. Celise, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. They're so happy! I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So, that's why, with love, Celise is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple.
They were a couple, weren't they?
It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celise was being used, of course. Toyed with until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celise, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met John. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Matt's the one that took the suicide note. Celise and John was such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. Or he did take it, but on the night of John called their marriage off, Celise, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celise, and for myself. I'm sure you even can guess why John called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to John about his relationship with Celise. I see. So that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Cordia have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all.
It was probably because of his worthless male pride. June and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on John. He was aiming for when it would hurt John the most.
Poor Miss Inpax.
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celise left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt. She chose to die. Then, when John discovered her body, he hid her note. And that's what he was gonna do. He was gonna confess what happened to her at that conference to expose him. But he was killed.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. John realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt. And it would be especially damaging to his refreshing, like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, John sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. John wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. Yep. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. Yep, the conference. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from John. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to John to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Salisa's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found John's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Salisa's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed John's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt.
Oh,
And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a full profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation. Or with what I know now. The drama! To be continued. Alright, here we go. We're almost at the end now. Just part 1 and 2 of this trial and we're done. And again, I have to be careful on the second trial. Because, again, I already know there's a good and bad ending. And again, the way I want to do this is, I want to do the bad ending and then the good ending. So, gotta be careful about that. Anyway, let's get a preview of next time and we'll call it a part. Ah! Dracula! Is this a dream? Are we back to this dream? God, how did I get into this mess?
That's all we know. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Yep, we're back to this shit. Not again. What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
No! Ow. Guess he had that same dream. I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent.
goddamn!
Hello? This is Phoenix Wright.
You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right?
Fucker. Oh my god. Wow, you're doing it right in public too. The wine glass.
If you please, Mr. Lawyer.
Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too.
Now listen up! You better get Ingard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime ball not guilty, I'll never forgive you! Ever!
Maya. Phoenix.
Mia! Maya! How's Maya?
I don't know.
You don't know?
she hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles.
But
You can't give up. There's still some hope left.
stop it, please.
There's nothing left. Not here. Not anymore. My phone. Ah! It's that accursed Engard again.
Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
You're really mean, pal.
Ah, Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you?
They got me joining the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal.
Huh? Then you have some sort of lead?
Sorry, but right now, we've got zero leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up.
Gumshoe.
Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get Engard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
That's true. I could do that if they find Maya first.
You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
I have to make the trial last longer.
If you go at Mr. Edgewood with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out.
Oh, now I get it.
I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgewood can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you.
Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have some money. Have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make this last trial. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it.
Oh my God, it's the last day. I'm so excited, Frank. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Engard.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Andrews, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings.
Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Engard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape.
Then you're saying that she is guilty after all?
I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder.
Huh?
I would like to direct the court's attention to this card.
What's that? It looks like a shell.
This is the calling card of a certain assassin.
Assassin, you say?
Yes, John Cordial was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Engard. Look how evil he is. He's messing with the Wi-Fi.
Oh my God, Matt Engard is messing with the Wi-Fi. What a monster. What a surprising turn of events.
I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor.
I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgewood has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least, until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today.
Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgewood.
The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand.
Okay. Get to a statement and we'll say, oh.
Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please.
Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant?
Well, that's I guess I'm sort of a lousy metric room, in a way, yeah.
Miss Powers, please! You don't need to put yourself down so much!
Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy.
On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
Yes.
Huh? I didn't know that.
But, you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engard's room.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank goodness. We're running out of time. Because the battery's low. Visiting Matt's room. Alright. So, okay, here we go. We're getting close to the finale. So, again, I hope you all enjoyed. This has been CB Ultra 768. And we'll be back with the first part of the final trial next time. And again, to tell you the truth, even though I've been using a guide, I still don't know what the whole story is going to be. Like, I have no idea what the bad and good ending entail. So, I actually can't wait to see how this will be resolved. So, again, hope you all enjoyed. This has been CB Ultra 768, and we'll be back with near the finale of Phoenix Wright Justice for All next time. So, stay tuned for that. Bye.